Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to a brand new video. Don't mind the semi behind me, because I'm in my usual location. I like to shoot videos where I can't be noticed too much. But anyway, like I said, welcome to a brand new video. This has been something I've been trying to do for a few months now. You see the Stinger in the background, and I'll be honest, I haven't put a lot of content with this car out because I've just kind of been focusing on a lot of things like I told you guys in the last video. But today, even though I'm super late with this is my 1 year recap with the Stinger. I made a year with it February 12th, which was Super Bowl Sunday, ironically. So it's been just over a year that I've had the Stinger. I hit about just over 11,000 miles by the 1 year mark. So right now I'm just a little over 14,000. So today's video, honestly, is gonna be just a recap, like how I've been enjoying the Stinger and all the modifications I've done even before I hit the year. Matter of fact, there's even stuff that I'm about to tell you guys I did before the oil change. The first oil change at 5,000 miles. I had like 80% of the mods that I'm about to show you. I already had all that stuff done within that time. And thankfully that was due to, unfortunately, selling the black Acura that started the channel. A lot of the mods came from the money I made off of selling that car, or parting that car out, I should say. So with that being said, the Stinger, 1 year later, same location. As y'all saw, that is like the full kind of walk around of the car. I'm saying right now, the interior, I've done literally one modification. Literally one. At least I can remember. But everything as you see, most was the outside of it. A couple things done to the engine. But yeah, man, this is how it is a year later. And like I said, the majority of the stuff I did within the first few months before I even did the first oil change at just over 5,000 miles. But so far as a year recap, I've absolutely enjoyed this car. It's been very, it's a very comfortable daily. Definitely a head turner. And pretty much everywhere I go, like everybody's questioning me, oh, what kind of car is this? What kind of car is this? Like, I've never seen this kind of car before. And then their face just drops and I tell them it's a Kia. I'm like, what? A Kia? Kia makes nice cars like this? That's like I said in the video when I first got the car. If I would have told you I bought a Kia maybe 10 years ago, I would have been the laughing stock. I would have been the laughing stock of the car world. But if you've not seen the real video, make sure you click up above. It'll be in the description as well. I'll also have the full mod list, which I'm about to go over right now, in the description. Everything, I don't have prices for everything, unfortunately, because, you know, I kind of just ordered whenever I had it. I didn't really keep track of the prices, but a lot of the stuff I did do myself. A few things I did kind of take to a shop to get done, such as Speed Zone Performance. You guys know that I, recommend them in pretty much every video that I do, especially for modifications or even kind of maintenance. Those are my guys to go to. So anything you guys need, Central Florida or in the Tampa area, Speed Zone Performance is your place to go to for pretty much any type of work you need done to your car. So we're gonna start with the basic. This was the first thing I ordered the day I drove off the lot. It's a key fob cover. There's several different styles you can get, but this is the one that I like the most. I did get one in this color, and I got a silver one, which I don't have on me on the moment. But this I got from Amazon. It was pretty cheap, and as you see, it's held up very well over the last year or so. Second thing I ordered were these LED turn signals and reverse lights. The car already came with LED bulbs for the interior and the tag lights. The only thing I was missing was the turn signals and the reverse lights. But if I remember correctly, the GT2 does come with standard LED turn signals all around front, side, and back, like here. But I believe the reverse sides are still just regular incandescent bulbs. So this is I ordered literally like the second day I ordered the car, I ordered those. Continuing down the list, we're gonna pop the hood here because this is the next thing I ordered, which is the Spectre air filter. And the purpose of this modification is just so I can hear the turbo make noises, because it makes absolutely none without it. The factory intake just kind of muffles all the noises that you would hear. So this is a very, very simple and cheap little modification. Obviously it's not the greatest because you really get the most cold air from a cold air filter, but unfortunately they don't have one for this engine as of yet. But I have not noticed any difference in performance in terms of turbo lag or heat soak or anything like that. It's more or less been the same, but like I said, definitely sounds a lot better. And with that air filter, I did do the intake resonator bypass, which is this right here. Basically disconnected this hose that goes right here. Somewhere around here it went to. And that also increased the turbo sound. There is a small little cap inside of it. This wasn't really the correct way to do this mod, only because, you know, you can see the little cap that's in there to, you know, so there's no boost leak or anything like that. But yeah, the correct way to do it was to, you do these little, there's these little caps you can buy for like chairs from like Home Depot. They're like $4 or $5, come in a pack of 4. And you're supposed to just cover this intake with that. But because I don't have aftermarket intakes for this car, I can't do that. So I have to kind of just do like a little makeshift modification. So if you feel this ghetto rigged, hey, it is what it is. I had to do what I was able to do because there's such limitations for this engine, at least for right now, in terms of modification. So I had to just kind of, you know, do what I could. Next one was the cargo net. This car unfortunately did not come with a factory cargo net, and I did actually go through 2 different ones before I got the correct one. And that's because this is my first time owning a hatchback. So I was so used to ordering ones that are for a sedan. So the one I had to use basically is the one that goes flat, and then I just put stuff inside of it like you see here. So that was something I got from Amazon. That was about $20 or so. Window visors are a must-have, in my opinion, if you live in the state of Florida or any state that's always raining a lot of the time and it's really hot. So obviously definitely gives it a nice sleeker look. The brand is called AutoClover, and these are from Amazon as well. They were about 40, like a little over $40 shipped. And as far as I know, these are the only visors that are available for this car. So if you're looking for window visors, AutoClover is the brand. Very, very high quality. You know, it's been out for a year, and they look exactly how they were a year ago when I bought the car. So there's no fade, there's no type of, you know, discoloration, which I've seen on other window visors. So great job, AutoClover, for those. Next modification, of course, is the window tint, as you guys probably already saw already. 5% tint all the way around, back windows, side windows. The sunroof is factory tinted. And then I just have the windshield at 30. And then I don't know if you can see the camera, this right here, the top strip, I did 5%. And then the 30% here is ceramic. So that's usually what I like to do with all my cars. I'll do the whole windshield, and then the strip on top of it just to block out extra sunlight. So that's the next thing I did. I want to say I did that like a month or so into owning the car. The car did come with factory 30% tint on the front windows and 20 in the rear, as well as the one on the back glass. Did not have anything on the windshield whatsoever. So that's definitely the next thing I have to make sure I do, because it is too damn hot in Florida to not have tint. Door handle film protectors. I literally ordered these the day after I got the car tinted, because that was the same day I met up with one of my good friends and one of my very, very loyal subscribers. I'll put his Instagram name on here as well. His name is George. You know, he also goes by Jordan as well. But yeah, this was something he actually suggested, was the door handle guards to, of course, prevent it from getting any scratches. So I got all those on all 4 doors. And very, very cheap and inexpensive mod. I ordered those from Amazon as well. They were about $8 or so shipped. So definitely something that's very useful, especially if you have, you know, a female companion and have long nails. It's not gonna scratch your paint when you open the door. All right, this one was one of my birthday gifts. So let me see if the lights will work. I don't think they will. Let's see. Did they turn on? No, they didn't. Okay, so Let me turn the car on again. So this next mod actually was, you know, my birthday gift from my dad. And these are the CK71 fog lights / sequential turn signals. And these are the only lights they make for the Stinger. And give you a quick little demonstration. I'm gonna hit the turn signal here. And you see, it's flashing with the turn signal. So that was a birthday gift from my dad. You know, he gave me some money for my birthday last year. Last year was my 30th birthday, so you know, he definitely wanted to make sure I enjoy it as much as possible. He knows I like to modify my cars, so you know, he gave me the money to order those. So thank you very much for that, Dad. I appreciate you very, very much. Definitely one of my favorite mods to the car. Definitely makes the front of the car look a lot more aggressive, a lot more presentable. And actually, it really just looks like the car should have came like that. It looks very original like that too. What do you guys think? Next was the SpoilerKing little duckbill spoiler for the trunk. He also came with a license plate frame. This was just under $100. There was a lot of them that I looked at, but this for some reason for me was my favorite one. It was the most low-key design, very sleek and just very simple. I'm a very simple person. I kind of wish they did make it gloss black, but this is actually like a rubber material, so it's just like a nice shiny black, and it's it's not flimsy whatsoever. It's very, very strong. It's very durable, and it's, you know, it just sticks on with 3M tape. And like I said, it kind of gives the back a nice little aggressive look. And next was the CK style front splitter, the side splitters, and the rear splitters here. These ones particularly, I've seen these available for a lot of different cars, so I think this is more like a universal style, but this did come as a kit. The rear, the sides, and the front lip all came in gloss black. This is a 3-piece, and you can tell it's a 3-piece lip. And unfortunately, I already did damage it. I was driving down I-95 and down in South Florida. It's about 10, 11 o'clock at night. Somebody had ran over. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those little plastic poles they put in the road so people don't, you know, merge into certain lanes or whatnot. Well, I guess somebody had knocked one of those over. I'm driving down the highway about 70, 75 miles an hour. Didn't see it till the last second. Those cars next to me, I didn't have no other choice but to hit the brakes. I couldn't swerve to avoid it. Hit the brakes, but obviously I wasn't quick enough to react. And unfortunately, that was the damage that I incurred. Thankfully, it didn't do any of the damage to the car. It did kind of cut a little bit of the foam underneath the bumper, but nothing severe. Definitely something that's fixable, replaceable. Just haven't got around to it just yet. Next on the list is the door sill vinyls. As you see, it's already missing some of the words. It said Stinger. But here's a better example here on the back door. This no one really gets in the back very often. So that's what it is. Originally, it's supposed to go here. It's supposed to go on this piece, but it's plastic, so it doesn't stick to it. You see, it's supposed to go on here, but because it didn't stick, I had to put it there instead. And as a courtesy, the seller did send me these ones to go to cover, just to go on the back, just to give it a little extra little look to it. He did send me those as an inconvenience, so thank you very much for those. He gave me those and brushed silver to, match the paint a little better. It definitely beats just have this big long red reflector on the side of it. A lot of people I noticed, they usually tint it or they'll do some kind of delete. There is, I think on the HKS Stinger store, they do sell an actual body matched cover that goes on here that just sticks over it, and it's the same color as, whatever you color your car is, it's the same color. So I kind of thought about that, but you know what? It's kind of grown on me. I've gotten used to it, and like I said, I got the brushed aluminum over it, so looks better to me like that. Next was the stripe. As you see on the bottom of the door, it is gunmetal, and I did that to match the wheels. Yes, guys, I didn't really talk much about these wheels. I mean, you guys saw the video when I got them, but I didn't really talk too much about them. But I'll get to those in a moment. But this is the design that a friend of mine did. His name is Ariel. He has like one of the sickest green. I forgot the name of the color green that it is, but it's like the ascot green. He has like the nicest ascot green Stinger. Same year as mine, but his is the GT2, fully loaded, 3.3 twin turbo, everything. And I gave him the nickname for that car. It's called Gamora, because he did the whole you know, lime green and red theme to it, just like, and you know, he's a big Marvel fan, so all of his cars he names after Marvel characters. So, you know, I gave him the idea, hey, why don't you call your car Gamora? And there it is. So I'll put some pictures over here as well so you guys can see it. Really, really sick build. You guys can follow him on Instagram as well. So as you can obviously tell, the car is lowered. I have the Eibach Pro springs. Dropped the car just a little over an inch front and back, but for some reason the back always sits lower than the front. I mean, I guess because they really only made a lot of these modifications for the GT model, which obviously has a lot more weight in the front because it's heavier, you know, with the engine. So it doesn't really drop it as low in the front as I've seen, you know, the Stinger GTs, but definitely looks better. The ride quality has not changed whatsoever. It's still a nice, comfortable, firm ride. It absorbs bumps perfectly. I honestly don't really scrape this car anywhere either. It's pretty much almost like factory height, and it rides like factory. Which brings me to the wheels. These are 19 by 10 and a half. And 19 by 9.5 Ferrada CM2. You can see the name right there. And once again, I apologize for the dirt. It's been raining a lot. Haven't really had a chance to do a full clean on the car. But yeah, these are the wheels I got. Right after I got the springs, I did do 20mm spacers on the stock wheels. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have seen those. So I did 20mm spacers all around with the stocks, and then a couple months later, I went and bought these wheels. And I have a love-hate relationship for those, but I'll save that for another time. You know, I'd rather do like a full in-depth video of the wheels and the tires. But you know, if you guys been following me for a while, you know I'm like a die-hard fan of these Firestone Firehawk Indy 500s. You guys know, I swear by these tires. They are the best. Best bang for your buck. Super sticky. Very, you know, very. They don't wear much at all. Like for an extreme summer tire, they last very long. They last a long time. And the tire sizes I have are 285/35 in the rear and 255/40 in the front. The fitment in the back definitely is nice. I really kind of wish the car was that low for real. It just looked like I'm on the grass. The grass now is not level. But yeah, the fitment in the back is definitely on point. Definitely. So I finally got bored of doing visual mods. I was like, you know what? I want more horsepower. So you can't physically see it because it's hidden, but you see the wires down there. I'm zooming in a little bit. JB4. So those are the wire hookups right there. There's one there. There's another one back here. That little white plug right there. And then the unit itself is back here. You see the wires going to it. So right now I'm on JB4 Map 2, which gives me an extra, I believe, 5 pounds of boost on top of, you know, whatever it made from factory. So it's definitely been a 9-day difference. It's not like, oh my God, I have like 500 horsepower kind of thing, but definitely has, it's definitely giving me a lot more horsepower. And the MPG is still been the same. I mainly stay in eco mode or smart mode for the most part. So, you know, as long as I'm just driving regularly, I'm still getting easily, 24, 25 MPG out of this thing. Another unseen mod, which is a big supporting mod for the JB4, is HKS Spark Plugs, which obviously you can't see. It's underneath all this, but that was I did that first actually before putting on the JB4, and I already noticed it was running a lot smoother and picking up boost a lot quicker with just the spark plugs. They run colder than the factory ones, so if you're gonna do JB4, you definitely need those HKS Spark Plugs as well. You can get those on k8stingerstore.com and enjoy the horsepower. Coming up to the last 3 modifications, like I said, I did literally 1 modification to the interior, and that was this Suede armrest cover. I just had like a regular black leather cover, so the Suede with the red stitching definitely was a lot nicer for me, so that was a nice little touch for me. That like chrome door latch strikers that does say Stinger on it. If my camera would focus, you'll be able to see it. There you go, it says Stinger right there. Amazon, very inexpensive. Definitely better than the kind of weird metal looking one that is there. You can get those in a bunch of different colors. I decided to go with chrome. And last but not least, the sequential rear turn signals. And these do go in place of the factory reflectors. And these just tap into the rear turn signals. I did take those to speed zone to get done as well, because I'm not very good at wiring. And certain things, especially the brand new car, I'd rather get it done right. So these you can also get on K8 Stinger Store. And Honestly, this is my favorite mod. I kind of wish I could just have a camera pointing behind me all the time, just so I can see it when I'm using my turn signals or hitting the brakes. So it works as a brake light, a running light, and a turn signal, and it'll work sequentially just like that. And this actually was a Christmas gift from my girlfriend, so thank you for that. Once again, my favorite. So that is the full recap of the Stinger in just over a year, all the mods, and I don't regret a single moment with this car. I still enjoy it, I still love it, I still recommend it. And except for the last 4 of those modifications, all those were done before the first oil change. And I know when I went to the dealership to get the first oil change done, a lot of people were asking the questions like, yo, like, you just bought this car and already did all this? And I told them, look, some people are just blessed with the opportunities to do what they do. And in my case, I had to get rid of something to enjoy something else. In my case, I had to get rid of my prized possession, which was the Acura, which was like the gold medal that started the channel. I know a lot of people are sad about it, but a lot of people understood why I had to do it. So in turn, I was able to dump some money into my new project per se. And like I said, I don't regret a single one of it. So thank you guys for checking out another video. Check in the description for the mods, for YouTube names, I mean Instagram names and everything like that. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.